followed. Down and that glow just followed. You know, throughout the day, sometimes your skin gets oily or you just need something to wipe your face with. This is my go-to. When your glow actually is about hygiene, not hype. Get Clean Skin Club Clean Towels Blemish Control. Click that link down below to get you yours today. Okay, I don't know what this is about, but okay. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, but you haven't got a clue. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you? Period. Hello everyone. Hello, and hello. I can see it in your eyes, but you haven't got a clue. Is there someone feeling lonely? Is someone loving you? Ooh. Alright. Someone loving you. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. Hello everyone. Hello, and hello. Oh my god. This one thing is just horrible. Y'all forgive me. But something was transpiring around this piece, and now I gotta get this. Where the heck did it go? No, that's crazy. All right with me. All right with me. Hey, everyone. Welcome, and more welcome. More warms welcome, okay? So right now, your girl is over here making a mess. Got stuff all jacked up. But, you know, everything does what it does. Everything's doing what it's doing. Don't panic, nothing to see here. We got it together. All right, do not panic. Everything's gonna be all good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right. All right with me. It's all right with me. Okay. Got that. And I got that. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Welcome, everybody. What's today? All right, so let me tell y'all what I was doing. And that glow just followed. You know, throughout the day, sometimes your skin gets oily or you just need something to wipe your face with. This is my go-to. All right with me. So, let me tell you how it all plays into the message, okay? So take it how it resonates. Okay, I need those. Okay, I need those. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something that I was doing. Sound. Sound effect. No, don't do that. All right. No. All of a sudden. Okay. Her name is there. All right, so we're gonna do right there. All right, so this is my go-to. Okay, I need those. When your glow actually is about hygiene, not hype. Get Clean Skin Club Clean Towels Blemish Control. Click that link down below to get you yours today. Period. All right, so this is what I was doing, all right? Let me show y'all. Okay, not to be weird, but your skin is glowing. What are you using? Thank you, and honestly, it's not a product everyone thinks of. Wait, what do you mean? I stopped using regular towels on my face and I started using Clean Skin Club Clean Towels. I use the blemish control. Towels? Made that big of a difference? Yep, no bacteria, no reusing yesterday's towel. My skin finally calmed down and that glow just followed. You know, throughout the day, sometimes your skin gets oily or you just need something to wipe your face with. This is my go-to. Okay, I need those. When your glow actually is about hygiene, not hype. Get Clean Skin Club Clean Towels Blemish Control. Click that link down below to get you yours today. Click that link down below to get yours today. All right, so the message actually is the real challenge isn't about fitting in. The real challenge isn't fitting in. It's being authentic in a world that profits from imitation. So everything has to be the same. And hey y'all, I love y'all. Let me go see what y'all doing. Hold on, let me come over there first and foremost. That's the title to the message, and that's what we dealing with. Because as of now, we keep talking about cookie cutter civilization and how it is, the algorithm, whatever fits in and plays into that. They have a thing where it's like the more clothes you take off, the more popular you become. It's not popular to add on clothes, okay? Because who wants to see that? Who needs to see somebody fully dressed in life? That was weird. Okay, so that was something that was on a delay also. So take it how it resonates for you. Anyway, so the conversation that I was having this morning pertained to um, authenticity. And remember what we were talking about being your authentic self is your superpower. But we live in a society that wants everybody and everything to look the same, smell the same, be the same. You get looked at as the outcast if you step outside of that. So my character may or may not be desirable because of the fact that I don't want to be like them. Whatever the spirituality cookie cutter version is of life, I don't want to be that. Also, I just want to be able to be free to be myself, but meanwhile, that's not the way society pitches it, okay? So that's what we're talking about. I'm going to finish doing this because I need to put it up, but also that is what created an issue because now there's a new system running. And whether or not you know it or not, or if you're involved in it or not, I mean, everybody's technically involved in it because that's the way they got it set up. Either way, we're going to do what we got to do. The way we want to do it, though. So we just figure out different ways to still, do what we would like to do within the system of doing what they want us to do. So it's like a art. So yesterday I seen something that popped across my screen where somebody was saying, and listen, I don't mean to be in people's business and I ain't trying to be, but my spirit, when they be trying to tell me or when this stuff be seen, I seen a man say that somebody sent his wife or girlfriend or whatever the hell the person is to them, screenshots of them trying to be in their inbox. And so the person was justifying it by saying like the person that they would know how they are. First of all, if y'all don't send nobody no screenshots to nobody's nothing, because if people know who they are, because I don't know why, it would come across my screen, because I got something to say and they probably not going to like it, but, fuck them. Anyway, they said that somebody was sending screenshots to their wife because I guess they was in the inbox, right? And I guess they was trying to, you know, make it seem like, well, a nigga be in your inbox because they be trying to do whatever they be trying to do to you, right? I don't know who would be doing that, but y'all, ladies, first of all, you, oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Whatever these men is doing with these ladies ain't y'all problem. That's the other thing. And I get it, you know, we want to have camaraderie with females and let them know what they niggas and stuff be doing, but I would advise against it. Meanwhile, I screenshot everything, so if a nigga be in my inbox, I screenshot it because I'm screenshotting it for my own purpose, so that way when they go, you know, saying whatever they saying, yeah, so I do it. But as far as sending something to another chick, don't do that. I know y'all want to be, you know, Sally, Laura, or whatever them people say, woman to woman. These people just want, they like the denseness, and they not that bright. But meanwhile, back at band camp, what I was thinking was, first of all, people need to be checking their health, because when I seen the first video go up, it looked like she was just sick because she was looking pale. Now they both looking sick because now they both looking pale. So if I was y'all, I would definitely be wanting to check this stats and things of that nature, because people be thinking that, you know, just because it be this person, but if y'all already know a person's behavior and they, you know, get famous on eating, you know, butt crack and things of that nature, y'all do realize that what they put in their mouth is now get ready to be on, you know, you. So I don't know why anybody would think that telling somebody, the female, that this person is doing this, when meanwhile this is all this person does anyway. So if y'all doing that, don't do that. I get it, like, you know, you want to be the, you know, ladies champion and this, that, and the third, but let them hoes be what they gonna be, because they gonna be in the same predicament that the next bitch is in, or the next one was. Because what I don't like and what I don't condone is anybody that is matter of fact, that's all I got to say, period, point blank. And talk to your mama, because I said it. Because I definitely be screenshotting a nigga shit, and I don't want nobody thinking that I ever am sending nothing to nobody's hoe, because guess what, I ain't that interested, and I don't owe them bitches nothing, and neither do y'all. You heard what Cardi B said, because I ain't say shit when bitches out here fucking mine. So, you know, take it how it resonates, and, you know, you may not like what I said, but God know it, and that's the end of that. And half y'all know y'all sharing niggas anyway, so what y'all in her inbox for? I wouldn't be. The hell with her. And that's period, point blank. She don't give a damn that that nigga got family, kids, ain't seeing the kids, ain't doing whatever he doing with the kids. So why anybody owe her any type of respect? Don't. So why y'all doing that? And if you don't like it, talk to the Lord. Okay? Anyway. I just happened to see it and I thought it was stupid. But it could be another narrative because, you know, they all be out here lying. They be wanting people to think that somebody is in somebody's inbox and this, that, and the third. Ain't nobody probably said nothing. That's part of the being authentic in a world that profits off of imitation. People be needing storylines and things of that nature, so they come and they create as much chaos as they can to make y'all feed into it, because people like stuff like that. Meanwhile, ain't nobody checking for them at all, period. And like I said, when the universe starts showing me stuff, basically I start wanting to block. But you know what I'm saying? I can't block nobody because, you know, whatever. But anyway, I push the button. Not interested. Keep them niggas out of your energy. Keep them hoes out of your energy, because it ain't nothing but a distraction. They want to be seen. That's why they doing some of the piss poor activities that they doing. Okay? That's a fact. So don't feed into that. Don't be a part of the distraction, please and thank you. And then the other thing is, one more thing, right? That I was confused by is, if you just got a new wife or a new girlfriend, why would you be in anybody's inbox? Like, that's a greedy nigga. That's what I be thinking. Like, if you just got this one, shouldn't you be happy with the one you with? Why would you be in somebody else's DMs or anything else? That confused me. And mind you, they back there looking dumb and thinking it's funny. That's stupid. Cause we just got here. So you're not satisfied with the what you just getting here? Ain't relationships when you first get into them like real happy and everything else? Like, you at least give a nigga what, 6 months to a year before they start thinking about, outside. So that also tell you extra stuff about the relationships when people do stuff like that. Cause that's strange. Ain't no nigga supposed to be in that. You just got a female and you in now in somebody else's DMs. And I don't like the situation. The only reason why I'm saying something is because I don't like. I said that there's a person that I noticed that something just happened to. And so, because I have a soft spot for people that, be glitching in the middle of glitching, and this person inserted themselves into somebody's business by making a phone call. Oh, this person said, don't nobody care what nobody said, and you trying to diminish that girl character, and you trying to make her feel bad when she's in the middle of going through a glitch already. Meanwhile, this the same person that was out here talking about they was getting ready to do, to themselves. And they always talking about mental health and this, that, and the third, but they are also cause to people having mental health issues. So which side do you want to be on, nigga? Because, you out here trying to push people to the brink, but meanwhile, you said you was there. I don't like that. And so, because I don't like it, I'm going to say something about it. And I don't care if you don't like it or not, because like I said, I started this off with, fuck you. Talk to God about it. Yeah. Until that girl figure out whether or not she coming or going, because people fail to realize when people be glitching like that, those very things could be the thing that push her over the edge. And then all of a sudden, instead of it being a thing where she trying to get her stuff together, she's not here because she hearing stuff like this, and it's because a dummy and his clown ass partnership is now trying to provoke too. You ain't even had no business in that. So you ain't got no business in it. I ain't got no business speaking on you, but bitch, we all here. Now what? Okay. Please and thank you. Anyway, on another note, y'all, happy Thursday. Because listen, I was just talking about men not defending women and things of that nature yesterday. And here we go again with two big dumb looking grown men. Like, why y'all comparing whether or not a woman looked this way or that way? What the hell was that? Something failed. A woman with women look like this, that, and the third. And mind you, these days it be like the men be like the biggest girls ever because they always trying to put somebody against somebody else. Like, why y'all doing that? Like, go on and be happy if you really happy. But it's not giving happy if you now gotta create chaos and in somebody else's feelings. That's crazy. And then it be the thing. What the hell is that? It's a moth. And then it be the thing where a ladybug. Uh-oh, y'all. We got a ladybug. Oh, shit. Where you at, ma'am? Let me see you. Come on. Let's show the people. Did you just put something on my hands, ma'am? Yo, we got a ladybug. Look. Y'all see her? I think she put something on my hands, though, so I need to wash them off. But we got a ladybug in the joint. Ladybugs are good luck. Yeah, I don't like that girl stuff that men be doing. Y'all, what I gotta do with her? I'm gonna put her outside. Men be trying to put women against each other and this, that, and the third, and it's gotta be based off of whether or not somebody this, that, and the third. And meanwhile, they out here being the biggest bum ass niggas they can be. About talking about some girl stuff and this, that, and the third. That's weird. And ladies, I would appreciate if y'all stop falling for that, because guess what? Every dog has this day. And sooner or later, the same thing they got y'all trolling with doing to somebody else, they gonna be doing it to you. So be mindful of that, okay? This is the world you live in. So stop letting these dumb looking niggas built like an auntie. Why they talking about other people's shape too? That's another thing. Like, this stuff is weird. All right, affirmations, y'all. I'm always going to defend the people, because if they not going to defend it, so I'm going to just give, that was my 2 cents, because the men ain't out here defending it. They out here just doing a bunch of weird stuff, trying to, pit the people against each other. And again, ladies, stop doing that. It's very unbecoming. And if you don't say something at some point in time, they not trained right, K. Michelle vibes, you can't raise a man. And meanwhile, they not really men, because men wouldn't do that. They would take their ass on and go, live their life and stop trying to play happy, but, you know, everybody got to see it. That's the worst type of shit I ever seen in my life. Like, it's okay to be happy in life and all that, but if you got to try to force feed it, who are you trying to force feed, us or you? That's the part that I be confused by. So I was gonna go over here. Hey, Miss Kelly. Hey, Mike. I love you. Hey, Majestic Grace. I love you. Oh yeah, because it's Friday where Miss Kelly is. I was gonna say Friday. I thought it was Thursday. Winning Rising. Okay, Miss Kelly, you got it. Period. Because that's what it is. Winning Rising. Wonderful. Period. I love that. All right, so we're gonna do our affirmations. Today is a good day, y'all. The vibe, the feeling, the everything. And this is where cross T's, dot your I's, deal with whatever you got to deal with, and then we're going to go on and get up out of there, okay? Because, we be out here checking these hoes. The niggas be the hoes. And the hoes be the niggas. All right? That's how they be acting. All right, so I remain authentic in a world that profits from imitation. And you know what I saw? I think yeah, I don't like how they got that, on the computer. The I look like a L and some other stuff, but let me go over here and see this. Because everything don't need to be the same. It's okay for you to be you. It's okay for them to be them. It's okay. Why do we gotta force people to try to fit into the little box cookie cutter? Oh, this is the reason why. Do y'all know that it's a billion-dollar industry, million-dollar industry, where people are altering everything that about themselves? Why? Because this is the society that we live in. It's not okay for you to be you. And if you want to do something for yourself, that's fine as well, right? But not just because that's what the standard is, that's what the aesthetic is. It has to be this. Do what you want to do. And that's the toughest thing to be. Like, the people who are truly authentically being themselves, those are the people that have it the hardest, because you're being looked at as you're weird, but meanwhile it's weird that you want to be like somebody else. Everybody want to be like Mike. Why you don't want to be like George or James or Raphael or Johnny, whatever your name is? Why you don't want to be like that? And even when people come and try to attack you based off of you being your true authentic self, stand up for yourself, 10 toes on it. This is what I am, this me. You don't like it, go talk to your mammy or God or somebody, but don't come talking to me about it, because I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm proud of me, and you should be proud of yourself. All right, next version. I do not dilute myself to be accepted. I expand by being real. So people can't take you because, maybe your energy is big, but that's also your superpower. Um, One of the things that I have learned is, especially in this society, in this day and time, if they come along and they see your energy as big as your energy is bigger than theirs, they want to feed off of it, right? Because they don't have their own, but also they know yours is, probably better than theirs anyway. Take it how it resonates, because some people's energy just trash anyway to begin with. Um, and so they will try to start saying things to make you, second guess yourself, right? Meanwhile, then you'll start to notice that them very people start doing what you were doing that they talked about. So that's also a form of destiny swapping. So be mindful that, people will do that. They will come along and they'll say, Mike, you are doing this, right? And it's weird that you're doing this, da 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 da. And then 32 days later, you'll notice that they're doing it too. All of a sudden, now they're the spiritual guru, or now they're the um, lifestyle connoisseur. But mind you, your lifestyle really wasn't that desirable. You was over here talking about, the real life, everything that you had to go through, how, stuff was happening. And meanwhile, they were for the aesthetic. Everybody did the, whole everything has to be nice and clean and da 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 da. But meanwhile, the other version was the truth. So when it's lights, camera, action, everything is one way, when meanwhile, that's not really the thing. So there was a young lady that was online today, and she was talking about how a lot of the influencers are going broke because what happened was they I guess started getting $4,000 checks, and I ain't never got that. Please, algorithm, do your thing, right? Anyway, mind you, people make more money than that. So it's people making $20,000 checks. It's people doing all the things, right? Based off of their content. And so she was saying that out of nowhere, then all of a sudden they're moving into condos and they're moving into places that they ain't never seen before. And then now they're on the platform saying they have to go back to getting a 9 to 5, this, that, and the third. But one of the things that she was saying was that they changed their pitch up. They switched their pitch up. Whereas that, when they started making that, that was definitely a blessing. And if they had a maybe invested it into, the lifestyle that they have or had at the time, then it would be, one way. But now all of a sudden the algorithm, things are changing, because now there's people that that got hundreds of thousands of followers and things of that nature, that they're saying that now the platforms are not paying them. Well, they was never paying me to begin with, so one of my platforms does, but never ever that. So the people who are now, seeing another thing, because now I've also seen platforms where a lady was saying that her platform isn't that big, but now she's also getting paid. Now the platform is telling her, if you do this, then you can make this. So it seems like there's a change that's starting to happen. Now, the thing that I noticed, because maybe I'm somewhere in the middle, right? And this is what I see. And I told y'all that for days my account has been messed up, because I did some TikTok shop videos the other day, and mind you, they are stuck at a certain place, but my account is messed up behind the scenes, so I'm dealing with account issues and things of that nature. So they've been trying to help me get it together, right? But the thing that I noticed is my regular content, if I clip one of these videos like right now and I post that, it's automatically going to run, up to 100 anyway, right? That's a normal thing for my videos, right? Whereas some people get 1 million views on their videos, right? But I'm noticing that the more shop videos that I started to do, all of a sudden there's a thing that they want me to do. They want me to promote my shop videos. Well, if I'm doing shop stuff anyway behind the scenes, and that is now, also happen that helping the advertisers, because I don't know how often, because they'll tell you that something got linked to your account, like when somebody's advertising. Now, I have yet, since I started doing this, and it's not been a long time, so, I'm at the beginning, but I did see a woman that, motivated me to want to get into TikTok shop, because she said she ended up getting a whole apartment to do this, right? All right, so that motivated me, because okay, everything is doing its thing, then I'm gonna try that. But also the other thing is, I do more than just the shop. I do other affiliate networks and programs. So even though they're messing with my stuff, I still felt like even if they start changing the algorithm to where they start now trying to mess with a certain group of people, prayerfully my other stuff will, do what it needs to do as well, because anything that I get, I'm promoting everywhere, right? All right, so my question was and is, why is it that if my normal videos are doing automatically at 100, why is it that my shop videos are requiring me or requesting me to pay the system behind the scenes? Because all y'all seen it is TikTok promote or something. So to me, that's also letting me know that maybe the system maybe now that may be the way that they're trying to generate money from, whoever, the creators or whatever, right? So not for nothing, because my account is messed up and they need to fix it and look at it. um Promoting anything don't seem like a good fit for me, because if I'm trying to do it authentically, like that was what they push authenticity, but meanwhile a lot of things that y'all are seeing behind the scenes is actually fake, because you are allowed to buy by promoting views and things of that nature, which was frowned upon before. So you may see some artists actually, they drop this, that, and the third, and meanwhile, y'all thinking that they got millions of views on it, but technically they could have paid for that, because promoting is a thing. It's not authentically being tested to where you drop this and you have gotten 500 authentic views on it because it was trash. But everybody to the world is looking like, oh, this is doing this, that, and the third. How? That's just like the other thing where I just saw, apparently they're not allowing the views from one of the platforms to now go into the industry, because I mean it could be tainted. And it makes sense. But now it's exactly what I discussed with y'all yesterday about, now the system is now starting to switch up too. But is it being authentic or is it inauthentic or unauthentic if I can pay to push my stuff, or it's going to be but that benefits, really the system. It's another way. It's like the water bill. You didn't have a water bill up until I started sending the water bill, and then it was crucial because now can't nobody get water without having a water bill, but water's free. Authenticity is free. But if I gotta pay to promote it and I gotta pay to push it, it's a lot of fake stuff that's behind the scenes that people are not aware of. But meanwhile, I feel like people are starting to catch on, because like you can only fool people, a part of the time, a portion of the time. Sooner or later, the real deal Holyfield is going to either be leaked, it's going to be shown, because how can it not? If we're in a system that is requiring truth, sooner or later, the truth is going to need to be told. This is not actually happening the way y'all think that it's happening. And so this is not being shown the way that y'all think that it is, or being told the way that y'all think that it is, because there's another system behind this system that a lot of people are not privy to. Why? Because either you're not involved in that system, or you just choose to refuse to see it. So take it how it resonates. I do not dilute myself to be accepted. I expand by being real. So another part of that is, this morning I just happened to be talking to my son, my oldest son, which every time I talk to him, it's always something like amazing that comes out of it. Why? Because he's so smart. I love that. But also it is, he thinks, and like his mind is amazing, right? So as I was saying what I was saying, the same thing I just said to y'all, he said, Mom, do this. Why don't you try it this way then? Because if the system is not going to work for you, then use that, and swing it around. And it's kind of like what I always say about, I like loopholes, so I figure out a way to do a thing without doing a thing, so I can still do it my way authentically, because this is my energy that I'm putting into it. I don't care what anybody else is saying or how anybody else is doing their thing. But that was with the result of, and that's not what he said, but this is the result of, because what he also was telling me was just insert the ads as I'm doing these things right here, which is actually a great idea, which is probably what I'm going to do eventually anyway. But I figured out I like doing skits and things of that nature. So I can now do certain things along with doing the thing that I actually really love and I like. But the thing that I also noticed behind the scenes was last night something changed, because then there was a whole note that got sent to me that says, you have to stay in a certain realm of something, which is cool and understandable, but also it's starting to look like a little bit of gatekeeping about to go down. Because how do I get into it if I can't get into it? But you can always pay to play. That's where the problem began, and a lot of things being corrupted, because if you can pay to play and it's not authentically your work ethic, or your behavior that's being done behind the scenes, then there's also another you know something. So one of the things that I was told the other day, so even right now, when you're doing whatever that is, when the people are battling, right? So I was explaining to the girl, explained it to me like this. So it's on record if anybody is questioning what I'm saying, because this is just how they told me. So apparently, even with the people doing the battles and all this other stuff, a lot of people are building groups and things of that nature. So what keeps coming across my account, though, behind the scenes, is there are, and I don't know if this, well, it has to be a part of the system, because otherwise, how did they get back there? So they're called like something that they have, but the people are saying, okay, if you now go with this placement, they want 50% of whatever it is that they do, right? Why would a person want 50% of anything that you do? Seems a little strange to me, but I done got that email behind the scenes through the app already, right? That's one thing. So when I'm doing one of the battles the other day with a girl, because I just be sitting here sometimes and I just be scrolling, I ain't got nothing to do, I'll push TikTok, right? And so we doing that. And so when the girl came in, she said that she had joined some type of group, right? And so I told her that the groups that keep trying to be in my inbox that are behind the scenes, and mind you, this is not just a DM, this is in the system behind the scenes, right? So she said that somehow she got together with some group. So some of y'all that are, actually doing battles and things of that nature, and these people are coming in and they are helping these people do, those are their friends, those are their groups, those are whatever they didn't, linked up with. So even that is not even authentic even anymore. So, I mean, and it could be on a different level, maybe, I guess, if that's, what's being pushed, like you are grabbing your group. And so the people that come into your group are, because the first battle, I beat her, right? Mind you, I ain't have nobody in my thing. It was one person in there. Mind you, a relative, right? So of course they gonna tap the screen for me, right? Y'all please tap the screen anyway, because that just lets them know that I'm here. Thank you, Abby Grace. I love you. I appreciate that. Um, so one person. Anyway, so I beat the girl. So by the time, because she said she had just got on. So by the time the next battle comes in, she's explaining to me how now this group that, she has joined, she's like, oh, I can send you the link if you want me to or whatever. No, I don't need it. I'm fine, because I don't really do too many battles and things of that nature, and I'm gonna find my placement in this world, without having to do, too much weird stuff, right? And not to say that it was weird, that's just what they did at that moment. So anyway, she lets me know that they're whatever group she's with, and so by the time me and her are doing the battle, now it's like she done got 6 people coming in, and they're just tapping and gifting. So she beat me on the next one, but it is a group of people. So just so y'all know, any of y'all that are actually doing battles and things of that nature, and you're wondering why certain people are way ahead of y'all, it's not that it's just them. It's because there's a team of them. They're not letting you know that, or maybe I just didn't know that at the time. And so because the dude, the one that everybody said thank you, the dude that I appreciate you, I ain't even got my thing up and I can't even touch it behind the scenes, so I'm gonna just clap for you. Thank you. So he did say that though. He said that his group is the ones that come in and they're gifted and this, that, and the third. So if you knew, don't be discouraged. Keep on going until, you find your soul tribe. Because again, when one thing exists, so does the other. It's happy that, when you start finding people or you start doing, what you need to do, just take it how it resonates anyway. And I ain't got nothing to say nothing bad about nothing. I'm just basically making sure that everybody is very clear on how a couple of these things are working, and not just thinking, okay, oh, it's gonna be this and this is how certain things work. And so the other thing was, even when I was online, because some other girls came in after that, two young black girls, they was doing a battle with me, right? And so she said she wanted to do shop. So I started telling her what to do. So as me and her are doing, the battle, I'm telling her, she went to go get her phone. So I'm telling her, this is how you go do it. This is how you sign up, this, that, and the third. But now, like I said, I'm starting to notice that now even I'm getting notes saying this has changed. And so you can only be able to go into this, but there's a thing that's happening behind the scenes that people probably also, I'm starting to be aware of it and see it. So a lot of people will send you invites, right, to advertise or something for them. It's a thing where, and I don't know if it's something that needs to be turned off, but I'm noticing that this happens in my account. As soon as they ask me to promote something for them, and if I decide, because told y'all some things I'm not going to promote because it's not authentic to me, right? So these are things that has to be authentic to you, and take it how it resonates. So if I click on it because I'm gonna say, okay, that's something I'm willing to promote because I can use that or whatever. For some reason, when I go ahead to ask for the sample, they put it in my store. I don't want it in my store because I'm not going to promote it, or I'm not going to sell it until I'm actually doing it, right? So I don't know why that is a thing. Scheduled for tomorrow. Okay. So I did notice that, right? This is where it is like, and I'm not saying nothing about nothing other than that these are the things that y'all have to pay attention to, the secret tail. Because as I explained with those other platforms that, they were happy-go-lucky when before it turned into something major, and they were lobbying for people to get to the platform. But then, because they were very humble, they come from very humble beginnings from the beginning. But soon as 9 billion people get on, now they're figuring out ways to line their own pockets and how to, not be too favorable to the small folks. Okay. So anyway, the thing that I noticed was every time that I, accepted something, they slide it into the store, but then they'll go back and then they'll say, oh, well, we'll look into it, right? You came over here soliciting. And then when I said yes, now you're saying you're going to look into it, but they automatically know that it slides into your store. What I do is I go take it out. Even if it is on, I wait until they either decline it, approve it, or whatever. And if they take too long approving something, guess what I do? Withdraw my request, because you're not gonna hold me hostage and try to put your stuff on me. So it's like a thing, right? And you may be somebody who, people just come to support you and they start buying stuff, this, that, and the third. That may be a thing, right? And so now you promoting stuff that, one, you ain't never received. You don't know what it looks like. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't particularly like that. Because I've had an online boutique, right? T. LaBelle. And during the time I was doing my boutique, I had it on Shopify, right? So they send you these pretty pictures of, a product or something. The product looks good. By the time, because I did drop shipping. So by the time I drop shipped it to whoever, now somebody's calling me and they're saying, this ain't what I asked for, or this is not what was being shown. So I tell them to send it to me, right? So by the time they send it to me, I'm like, why wouldn't you just have taken a picture of your own stuff? Because that's good enough to sell, but it's not what you told me what the picture was. So for me, because I have already been involved in, this business, this area, I'm not just going to let you slide nothing nowhere because I don't know you, you don't know me, and I done already did it. Mind you, when you start to lose money based off of, somebody telling you that, oh, it looks like this and it don't, now your credibility is, at stake. Now people are looking at you. So again, I'm gonna say you can't fool me. I'm not gonna let the system try to fool me because at the end of the day, they're not aware. Those people who are doing that are not aware that I did drop shipping. They're not aware that I know that a lot of these, because they come from different places, a lot of that stuff ain't what they say it is, but we need to make sure that it's what it say it is. So I need you to send me that so I can see it, or, I could also purchase it, right? Now, that's the thing. I'm one of the people who are starting from the beginning. I done already gave y'all my whole life story as to how I got here, da 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 da. I'm trying to correct it. People be thinking like, again, there's levels to some things. So somebody may look at me and they may say this or think this, but they don't even know it's a whole nother situation happening behind the scenes, right? But mind you, I have to be accountable. I know how I got where I got. I have to fix it, right? I was warned beforehand. I like touching the stove. My bad. All right. Didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. Turned out to be even fucking worse. Okay. So anyway, you can purchase it. I can't purchase it. So you can get, a refundable sample, but you can also get a free sample. Either way, it slides into your store. Do what you want to do with that information. All right. This the other thing. When you start collecting too many samples and things of that nature, mind you, you can use this throughout life. I told y'all, a lot of y'all might not know me, but I kind of equate a lot of my business dealings to street life. Why? Because, if you can run around in the streets, and them was the people that I loved on, so I learned a lot of stuff from these people. But if you can run a street business, you can run any business in America. I don't care what nobody tells you, okay? So apply those factors, because I did trucking, and like I said, I was in trucking for 10 years. Didn't have no, bad nothing. When I basically stopped doing trucking, it was because, whatever was happening in my life throughout that whole 10 years, I didn't have a DOT shutdown or none of the above. Mind you, I passed my DOT inspection the first time, where everybody fails. So I can brag on that. And I'm going to brag on that because I done been around a whole lot of trucking people and they all failed their inspection the first time. I've never failed. So there's that. So when it shut down and became inactive, it was because I got in a car accident. That's how somebody hit me, and that's how I got out of trucking. Not because I got a messed up record or none of the above. Meanwhile, also I done dealt with people that basically try to take me down. So again, another thing that, life does what life does. I ain't crying. I ain't complaining. I figure out ways to kind of, go around that and do what I need to do on a different level. So here we are. Now we in these other people business, right? So now behind the scenes, if you start requesting too much stuff, undo it. So even like when I teach y'all, or when I'm teaching myself, because when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to me technically, because literally that's what I sat down here for, to have a documentation and a record of how I can stop loops and how I can, instantly catch certain things ahead of time before, I go jumping too far off the edge. Because again, when I sat down here, God said, I ain't gonna save you, although I know, I jumped because God will save me, right? But God ain't gonna save me. He said me either. The DOT audit. Yeah, that DOT audit, a lot of people fail that. Like literally they be failing for the dumbest reasons when all they have to do is pay attention to what it say. Follow take that piece of paper that they give you for the DOT audit that they say they're going to do this, and follow every line and cross it off when it's done. But people don't pay attention. The damn filing cabinet needs to have a lock on it. Make sure it locks. You have to have a space. Have a space. If you don't, I use when I first did my DOT audit, I use my laundry room closet, my laundry room area as my office. Figure it out. You can make provisions. The building the thing was small. It literally fit a washer and dryer in there, but it had a lock on the door. And when that person came to check my stuff, that's where his ass was at, in that laundry room closet. Filing cabinet locked up, everything. They fell for the weirdest things. So anyway, part of it is just not paying attention and just not reading. So that's the thing. But for the most part, behind the scenes. So I'm gonna help if it's necessary. Anyway, the other thing. So when you go and just go and withdraw, so you have to do certain classes also. What nobody's gonna tell you is that there is classes. So in life, there's things that you have to do, right? Go behind the scenes and take the classes. They want to make sure that you are, at least efficient in understanding that this is happening. So if you've ever got an infraction or anything like that behind the scenes, go look at it. And they will say you have to now take whatever course they got on there for you. It's just watching a video, basically, is all it is. And so it's probably a short, little video. And that's it. That's all. But until it gets checked off, you can't go any further. It's like your account is not gonna, show you anything past that. So if you're deadlocked, that's the reason why. You have to take a class or get some instruction, which is also what I said yesterday, even about, me in spiritual classes. I do spiritual coaching, right? And so anybody would say, mind you, there is no certifications or anything. When you look up the laws and everything else, there is no, technical nothing that you really actually have to have for this, right? But there are actual, things that you can do. You can get on, what's that? It's a schooling thing online. I got it on here. And they give you classes. Mind you, they're charging for the classes, and I could potentially get on there and charge for classes. I just don't, because I done already did some of the classes. Didn't have to, but because I am the person that I am, I like looking into certain things that I'm interested in, because why not? So I forgot what the thing is called. Let me see if it's one of the schooling platforms. Because I don't want to leave y'all hanging with it, but I might have deleted it off my phone because I needed some room. But anyway, I done took herbalism classes on there. I done took spiritual classes on there. It's a whole little school that they have set up, and I don't want to say it like that, but that's outside. If you look it up, Google it, and it'll tell you this is a company, but they'll say that they've been around for forever and a day. I took classes with them. Got a whole notebook. Certified spiritual life coach. And I need to update this because I don't like that name being on there. This is from Angel Coach. Anyway, so just so you know, I'll be doing stuff. All of these back here are so this is my spiritual life coaching things. Another certification. This is ordained minister, just so y'all know. I got certificate of completion for what is this? Holistic herbalist, herbalist professionalism, fully accredited certification in natural medicine and herbalism, spiritual coach certification. I don't come to play. So when people set up and they think that I just got online, I didn't just get online. I got online. So for anybody that, oh, how do you da-da-da-da-da, but I'm not everybody else, and everybody ain't me. So I actually look into some stuff, and but mind you, this ain't even all. I got a whole nother file and a whole nother folder with some other stuff that's in it. So mind you, you don't have to do anything, because it's not an obligation. It's not something that is required. It's just something that I did because I like to be efficient. Mind you, like I even told y'all, a lot of the things that I was learning, I didn't really need. They're going to teach you the basic stuff that you can, it's some good stuff, so I ain't even going to knock it. But at the end of the day, I was already getting, guidance and things of that nature, up here. And so when I say I fact check myself, because when I was learning and when I was getting what I was getting, and people out here saying, well, you got to be careful because enter into your own business. Because first of all, I heard it myself, and then secondly, because I am the person that I am, I wouldn't thoroughly look. The same way, even when I got in trucking, like I said, a person tried to take me down. They tried to take me down because they had been in trucking for 50 something thousand years, and I ain't lying. They was driving trucks from the time they was little, and then when I came along and I inserted myself, they put me in position, and they did put me in position to want to love to be here, da 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 da, and but I took it further. I started looking up stuff. I called my aunt. Me and my aunt got involved in just, learning a whole bunch. My aunt even got involved in learning some stuff with me just because I was in trucking. So she literally was helping, learn some other stuff too. And then I went to the person and I told the person some of the ways that they were trying to run business wasn't correct. You know what they did? Try to drag my ass to the white meat. I gotta figure out which rule it is, but it's 48 laws of power. Never outshine the master. Even if you know more, never outshine the master. Because again, there's a thing. The lady yesterday was telling us, and she said, choose the bear. That ain't what it said, but basically that's what the relevance of it was. It was where did I post it? I think I posted it over here, so it should be there. Let me see. Did I post it on YouTube and not nowhere else? Hold on. You know what? People get on my nerves because ain't no way you gonna tell me. Hold on, y'all. Somebody trying to this person is telling me ain't nowhere on this ad that I have a size. And clearly you can't read because there is a size there. If you look in the description, there is a size. And I hate when people try to get smart. Meanwhile, like, you must can't read. Look in the description, sir. Like, I just say, if you can't read, say you can't read. Like, that's all you got to do. Like, don't try to gaslight me because that's all I'm going to keep directing you to is read. That's all I got for you. Because if you can't read, mind you, it's two different sizes there. So the thing is weird that you even asking me that question. And then here go another lady. What size is it? Read. Ain't that what I just said? I just told y'all that the reason why a lot of people fail is because they don't read. Mind you, the people, DOT will give you a paper, right? It got everything on it that you need. Mind you, everything on it that you need. They still fail. Why are you failing? They gave you the whole line of everything that you need. You're not reading. But again, this is where a lot of the issues come in at because people just not reading. And if you can't read, there's not an issue with that. Get somebody to help you because ain't nobody judging that either. This day and time, guess what? The system has failed a lot of us. So even if that's not a thing, ask somebody for help. And it's sad because that's also part of the problem. In a system where it should be easy to ask for help, it's hard to ask for help because people will look at you and act as if they can't understand English or something, or they can't comprehend. If you can help, help. If you can't, move out the way. That's it. That's all. And it's okay, whatever it is. And that's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand. Whatever it is okay as long as it's true, authentic to you, your situation, and whatever you can do. Don't fake like you got it all together if you know you ain't got it all together. And that's where a lot of people, it's a I can't help because I'm this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you can't help because you ain't got it. That's the reason. That's it. That's all. And you don't have to give a reason, but don't give a reason. That's a lie. That's a thing. Because you don't have to give a reason at all. No is a complete answer. It don't have to go no further than that. But people will give you the no and the lie. I didn't ask for the lie. Just say no. Like, why did you feel the need to elaborate on the BS? I asked somebody something. Matter of fact, I ain't asked nobody nothing. That's a whole. Let me take that back. I didn't ask nobody nothing. Out of nowhere, somebody said something to me, but I had already observed a situation, right? Something already taking place, right? Mind you, the person gives me a whole smoke filled BS story. And so what I did was, because I know they was lying, I responded, but I said, oh, I thought this was, and I told the answer as to what it was. Do you know the person never responded back? Oh, because you thought we was just going to let that slide. No, because as I said before, at this point, we're going to start calling people on their stuff because it don't make sense. Like, you ain't got to add the extra, smoke and mirrors into it. It's unnecessary. No is a complete answer. Anybody can understand that. But no with the extra, or yes, or if it's a yes, then yes. But y'all, let's please normalize this the truth. That's what it is, and let's move on in a situation. All right. So anyway, back to the getting to know stuff. Like, you don't have to, look up nothing if you don't want to, because some days I'll say I ain't looking it up. But if I'm sitting here with y'all and we going over certain things, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just look it up. I need a larger and normal size. Okay, well, go on and get it. Like, that's weird. Again, people just be trying to waste your time and get on your nerves, because literally sometimes I'll be thinking it'd be people that just be watching my platform that just be wanting to insert themselves into some shit that basically ain't got nothing to do with them also. So that'd be another thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We gonna go. I see through imitation and choose embodiment over performance. Why? Because you can do what you want to do. If you want to be a cookie cutter, be a cookie cutter. I ain't judging. But don't come over here expecting me to be a cookie cutter, expecting me to do the same exact thing, because I love the fact that I'm unique. I love the fact that I like to, trailblaze my own path. A lot of people don't like that. Why? Because it's familiar. Well, too bad, so sad, sorry about your luck. Mind you, the funny part is you can even be like similar to some people and get along with people, along your journey. But there's still differences, um, and then they still talking. There's still differences that each person has. Because I done met a lot of people on my platform, and it is a thing. Grand Rising, thank you for being here. And we find out we have a lot of similar traits. That's what makes us gravitate towards each other, right? But our differences is what makes us stay. Our differences is what makes us love each other. Our differences is what makes, everybody want to come together at some point in time to join forces, because we have resonance. We understand each other. We understand each other. We have connection. Because sometimes I'll be over here thinking something, Abby Grace say it. Or sometimes Micah say something in the chat, and mind you, I was getting ready to say it because it's already written right here, but they already saying it because we done been here on this platform for so long that now it's. But even when they came in because we had similar attributes that brought us here. Meanwhile, I ain't met them, but our energy has met, and our energy approves because our energy is doing a thing. It don't have to be a forced thing. It don't have to be a pressure thing. It is normal. That's why every time they come in and they say something to me like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. And I tell them they're never late. They know, like, when my energy is calling for them or it needs them, they will show up. It's like even Hadish. He shows up out of nowhere. If my energy needs him or calls him, he gonna show up. And some days I'll be excited because I'll be seeing him. Mind you, it's way more people than that. Latrice will show up. Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly does the exact same thing. What is her name? It's another one on here. And mind you, she shows up randomly. But mind you, I know they be watching. Kevin be watching. They just be, around. Meanwhile, if something starts to go too crazy, somebody gonna show up. Each one of them also has access to be able to help, in case something starts, because some days they'll start trying to bombard me and some other weirdness. But either way, we have similar attributes. Our journeys are going in similar pathways. Erin, she's another one, and she'll show up. She on a whole nother timeline from us. But meanwhile, when she show up, it's everything's normal, everything's love. It's not like, if they go away for a short period of time, they'll be right back. What is her name? Because y'all know who I'm talking about too, because she'll show up randomly out of nowhere, but she been here for a long time. That's the thing I love about my one platform. Like, it's been people since the day I pushed go, and I started even trying to, have a platform at all, period. They still are around here. Why? Because they know I ain't gonna lie to them. The reason why, I'm talking to me. I'm talking to me. So if I lie, I'm gonna be lying to myself. And then when this comes back up, because when you see it is when you're meant to hear it. When you're meant to hear it is when you see it. If this comes back up, and mind you, I done been leaving myself a trail, a pathway. If it comes back up and I lied, I'm only lying to me. That's it. That's all. So I got to make sure that the message that I'm leaving is going to help me into the next phase of whatever it is that God needs me to do. Mind you, ask them. They'll tell you. Like, if something happens and they're asking for something, it's going to show up. Whatever the message is that's needed, it just miraculously shows up out of nowhere. It'd be something from 2021 or 2022 or 2019 that I did. And I'm like, how did they know? But the energy knows. It is at an appointed time when you're going to need it. And mind you, I'll be too far ahead of myself. I ain't going to lie to you. He said straight facts. And I mean, because that's all I got. And she said every time. So, mind you, that's what I notice about a lot of spiritual people. Sometimes we are further ahead. It's like what I said about, people owing, whatever that girl name is, them ladies, when they say, they ain't out here bathing and they, funky, but they not meaning that they just out here being trifling. They meaning that I ain't gotta really, do too much. I can lay in my bed all day if I want to, and I can, marinate in whatever it is, and I ain't gotta worry about getting up, taking a shower because it's a nigga that is laid up underneath me, and da 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 da. That's what they mean, but everybody then took it and ran with it. But anyway, point of it is even if it take 2-3 days for you to not be marinated or marinating in it, ain't nobody judging, right? But when that girl said it, I think she was just too far ahead of her time because the internet tried to drag her. She was being her true authentic self. She said, I ain't washing it until, like, I be tired. That's what she said. She said she'd rather sleep. There's nothing wrong with that, because then even in that, there's an ancient, I don't know if they was Chinese or Japanese, but anyway, I played it to y'all, and he said that when in their culture, that is the person that's bringing in the luck in the house, the person that's laying down, resting and sleeping, the woman. So mind you, in other cultures, she's a good luck charm. But until, everybody else's, the masses was ready to say it, she spoke her truth early and got drugged for it. Somebody owe her an apology, and I don't care. Like, they don't have to, but I feel like if it was acceptable now, it was acceptable then, and y'all bitches knew y'all was doing that then. But y'all wanted to, act as if. I mean, it's a lot going on. If you've ever been a mom, sometimes there is no time to take a shower. It is, you got to do this, and this, especially being a mom and a wife on top of that. Mind you, add a special needs child onto it. You can't just go randomly leaving a child by themselves. They escape and they do things that, could potentially hurt them. And so while you over here, doing what it, trying to beautify and, wash your arms and this, that, and the third, these mother suckers is on top of the counter about to jump off way over here because it looked like a trampoline around this mother sucker. You can't just leave the kids and go do what you want to do. Add 2 or 3 of them onto it. And mind you, these are, sometimes people who they just loved and wanted to have kids. And, so they bringing the babies into the world. They didn't know that, society was going to do something to, now create havoc and chaos in the kid's system and this, that, and the third. And now there's a whole lot of other stuff coming. So now I gotta literally I'm tied to. I can't go wash my butt today. I gotta, do that. So just imagine that. Or they gotta wait until by the time they put the kid to sleep, now they're exhausted. Unless you've ever done it, you can't judge it. And mind you, some of y'all be putting water on y'all and still smell the same. So there is that. Take it how it resonates. We have to learn that it's okay for people to do what they doing and be what they being. It's okay. If you happen to notice that there's something that's, a little bit going for, or help them. Because instead of talking about people, how about you help them? Like, it's a lot of people that talk a whole lot of smack, but meanwhile, you ain't doing nothing. Go help her. Go wash the kids so she can go wash her ass. There's nothing wrong with that. I was watching a video that came across my timeline. It was so sweet, but ain't no way. But this man must have just a demeanor that says he's safe. Anyway, long story short, mom had to run to the bathroom. Man standing outside the dressing room. They in the store. They give the baby to somebody else. I'm looking at the video like the wife came along and she said, "Where'd you get the baby from?" He said, "A lady just gave me the baby and ran in the bathroom." They couldn't believe, like, are you serious? Like, a person just gave you their whole baby and ran in the bathroom? The kids come along. The kids asking the question, like, how did you get a baby? Like, where'd the baby come from? The mom had to go to the bathroom. Like, it would be normal. It would be normal, right? That you would be able to have a village that would even be able to watch your kids, and you be able to, do that, go to the bathroom, or be able to, take your bath. But a lot of people are single people. A lot of people might actually live in places where they don't know nobody, or where, they don't have help, or you had help from the beginning, and now you don't. I mean, at some point in time, instead of talking about people, let's normalize again, because technically y'all do realize we all we got. Society in this world, we are all we got, because as you see, I told y'all yesterday, a lady is missing a whole face right now. I'm sure y'all done seen the videos by now. And it's people in them comments talking crazy. They wouldn't say that if it was their loved ones. They wouldn't say that. Mind you, come to find out, this lady was only going home. She lived right there is what they saying. And then here comes somebody, all unprovoked, doing the wickedness of whatever is happening right now. And now her kids don't have a mother. Because somebody overly aggressive. And why is it that, and nobody has paid attention to, why all these men are so aggressive to women, but they not aggressive to another man? Why is that? Mind you, it's normal for it to have happened to somebody like me. It's not normal for it to have happened to somebody like her. So now it's getting ready to bring a whole lot of other different backlash, because mind you, everybody, even her pictures, like, I'm telling you, this ain't nothing but God, because literally this ain't nothing but God. Her pictures are so wholesome and so just pure, and the people, how they're talking about it, she's just so like, yo, y'all did this, y'all added aggression to the lady. Was beautiful. She wasn't out here bothering nobody. They said she ain't never said a word outside of, none of the stuff that was happening. She had nothing to do with nothing, and now she's not gonna make it home. Because the system now wants everybody to be a certain type of way, or they want everything to be, in a way where it is whatever it is they're trying to do. Meanwhile, what was it all for? So if that now changes something, then God used her in that way, and then that had to happen because then it changes the narrative. Because now we got to pay attention to what they're doing and why they are doing it. But damn, there are now some children without a mother. There's now a wife. That's sad. It's been sad though. It's been sad for a long time. But what's even sadder is if y'all go look in them comments. But the thing is this. I got a feeling that a lot of them comments are coming from people that are not here. That are not in this country. Because y'all have to remember that on the flip side of things, there are people who are trying to get things to happen and they need to be held accountable. So don't think I'm saying nothing else. They definitely need to be held accountable, but they should have already been being held accountable. It should have never happened. It should never happen to nobody. Nobody's family should have to deal with this. But I also tell you on another note, he did that, but I can almost guarantee you that whatever he got, back at home or anything else, same scenario. If it happened, he would now put himself in a different set of shoes, in a different walkway, in a different pathway, because then he would have empathy for somebody because one of his people ended up in a bad way because of his actions. Damn. People have to be mindful that everybody, because God don't play about me, right? But God also don't play about a whole lot of people running around here. Like everybody is under the cover, right? Regardless of whether or not, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has to make their choices. And whether or not, they have come into the realization yet that they will have to pay for whatever it is that they are doing. Even in forgiveness, you still have to pay for whatever it is you have done. You still got to atone for that. But what made him feel like that was his only option? Y'all have to also be mindful that we are not dealing with, a lot of people also running around here. It be entities. Like some of these people don't, it's a meat suit. So that was already set up. That was already going to happen. And so how many more people does it have to happen to in order for it to, change something? Yeah, that is right. They said fuck around and find out might be a thing. What flows I don't know why. What flows through me cannot be copied. I honor my original frequency. They can try to make 100,000 copies. It's still going to be different. You're still going to be an individual. You're still going to be different. So there's a thing where as the system is, being programmed and people are, moving in the system, because as we do things, as we adjust, the system starts to adjust as well. So I can explain that by when the behavioral specialist, whoever that is, they profile or a profiler, right? They'll say that this person is this type of person. They stick to themselves. They're this, da 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 da. All right, so somehow, we all got profiled. So if we do this, then the people in the system are going to do this. So they did this, and then the people in the system didn't do that. Oh shit, hold on. What you mean? I've been watching these people. Thank you. I've been watching these people for a very long time. I've been profiling these people for a very long time. We already knew that once we did this, they should have been already out in the streets by now. But guess what? The people also are learning. And so the people all, somehow linked up, and the people said, nope, we ain't gonna do it. Okay, they had to go back to the drawing board because they wasn't expecting that. Meanwhile, also part of the thing is, I don't know if y'all ever seen movie. I want to say it's on it might have been a TV series or something. It might be on Netflix. But anyway, it was about the people when they came into their superpower, right? It was a bunch of, it ended up being, I think it was everybody. So they ended up coming into their superpower, but the reason why they ended up coming into a superpower is because when the system triggered, mass chaos, the body started to release something, and then all of a sudden it now triggered a survival mode in the people, right? And so it turned on something that was dormant, and all of a sudden now these people are now holding this type of energy or this type of power. They wasn't expecting that. And so that's also a thing to watch out for too, because a lot of people are active or activated. Why? Because of what they did. Because as we learn, or as we have to fight or flight, because that's the thing, your body will tell you. Yesterday, and I can tell you, for instance, something weird happened out of nowhere. So my son goes back to the fire pit, and he's throwing some trash in there. He done got 3 bags of trash he get ready to put in the fire pit, right? Mind you, nothing should be in these bags but regular stuff, because that's all I ever put in there, right? So anyway, he goes on the fire's already started. He's in the house. So I'm outside doing some shop videos, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it is a gunshot that goes off. That's what it sounded like. There was no gunshot. It was something that was in the trash that sounded like, it was so loud that it scared the bejesus out of me, right? Mind you, when it did it, I jumped because, again, I wasn't expecting that. I'm doing a video, and now it's like, I didn't jump because I'm like, I don't know what that is. Only thing's going is the fire. But instantly, by the time I realized to look back to the back, okay, the fire is now raging. So whatever it was inside the trash. I can taste a metallic taste, or whatever that was. Something got released into my system that literally I can taste it in my mouth, but my everything had sped up. But now I can pay attention to when certain things happen like that, and I'm noticing every function, which is weird because I never did that before. But I'm sure that everybody, has experienced the same exact thing. Something happens, it throws your system, and for a jolt, and now all of a sudden, your body has released something because you can taste it. So I come in the house, I'm like, what the hell was in the trash can? But I swear it sounded like it was a bullet in the trash, in the fire, and it must have heated up. It could have been a can, or something of that nature, but either way, it just sounded too close to me for me to be outside. And mind you, I done been out back already, and now the way they done opened up the trees, because there's something that's happened. There's something that's happening on the other side where the road has now opened up something, so now I can hear way more sounds. It also triggers my camera a whole lot more now, because they done took down some trees and some other stuff. So now my back cameras are being triggered more. Either way, the point of it is I tasted whatever that was, but it instantly, because I needed to get on from back there, because why are we shooting back here? It wasn't no shots. Anyway, what flows to me cannot be copied. I honor my original frequency. I am me, the only me that there is. And remember, I also explain this by when they said Cain killed Abel and Abel's blood cried from the ground. So the universe knew that it was Abel because of whatever his energetic signature is. And although we're all, close in journeys and this, that, and the third, my DNA has a different signature from somebody else's DNA and everything else. It could be as simple as your fingerprints. You know what I'm saying? Even a twin, they said, have different fingerprints, which I don't know. I feel like I would like to see it. So peaceful strength. I'm at ease being myself. Like, I like me. And I know a lot of people that are, similar to me. And y'all, I know y'all like yourselves too. And it's a thing where people are mad where when you can be by yourself in silence and in quiet, or whatever it is that you choose to do, and not have to entertain them. People want you to have to put on for them. Like, I'm wondering about social media, like I said. They have lawsuits and things out right now, knowing that social media has created, this, that, or the third in children, but also in adults as well. They not, they don't care about us, but they got lawsuits for the kids, right? Either way, I noticed that, like I said, it's a lot of people running around here with lazy eye right now. You're not going to tell me that the common denominator is not this. Because how? I ain't never had a lazy eye before. They can say, oh, now you're older, this and the third. Well, why so many people I notice their eye spacing is different as well. The same way you can notice that when the kids, a group of kids, we didn't have these certain, things, but the new group of kids are all coming in with this. It's a cycle, it's a loop, it's a lesson. You can see. It's evidence being left. That's the reason why I'm saying you can see. But mind you, everything's a test. Why? Because they gave it to us. They didn't know what was going to happen. This was an experiment. Take this. And so we'll figure out what's going to happen with it 20, 30 years, 15 years, however long they take to study it. But I can almost guarantee you that they not going to fix every lazy eye that, has happened or anything else. They're going to act like they ain't did it. They didn't do it. It didn't come from this. It's got to be something else. All right, well, whatever it is, it's something that y'all did because y'all the only people that are doing the stuff that y'all are doing. Giving people 3D printed meat and whatnot. Nobody's going to take blame for whatever it is they're doing to the system. Whether or not it be the thinking alike, cookie cutter version of anything and everything else, like you having microplastics in your body. Ain't nobody getting paid for that. Which technically it should be a class action lawsuit. Everybody in the world should be able to sue from that. That company should have been shut down. There should have been a lot of things that happened, but nothing happened. You just have to live with that. I want to talk to God about it because at the end of the day, I didn't authorize that. And so God, I feel like whoever, did that and the people that helped support it, I want them dealt with. They have now done a mass humanity mistake. I want them dealt with. And so whether or not, anybody here is, because like I said, in this system, you pay to play. Ain't nothing real around here. The numbers that you see on anybody's stuff, everything else, it's just, you can pay to play. I can promote, I can do this, then the third, and then you can be better, you can be more. If you pay me, you can be more. That's not authentic. The numbers should match the numbers. The algorithm should not be tampering and doing whatever it's doing. But if I say it, guess what? All of this starts to happen. Because I shouldn't notice it. It's not that they shouldn't be doing it. It's that we shouldn't notice it. We should not be aware. The fact that anybody is aware, I'm a virus to the system. Meanwhile, the system is a virus to us all. But they're going to look at me as I'm the problem. So suppress that. Because that one is aware, and if you get too aware in this system, we're going to eject you. I don't want to be ejected. I want to be able to live my life fully and completely. I want to have the best life I can. I want to love some more. I want to laugh some more. I want to meet my soul tribe. I want to be able to go, to ocean sides, chase waterfalls. I want to do all of that. God, I'm not done with this life yet. But also, I don't want them being able to do what they're doing. I rebuke or revoke authorization for anything that has ever been talked about, done, anything else. I am me. And I want to be able to have my free will to do the things that I want to do. But somehow, that is a threat to the system. I shouldn't matter to the system. Nobody else should matter to the system. The system should be doing whatever the system should be doing with itself, and everybody else should be doing whatever they're doing with themselves. But meanwhile, because, you can pay to play around here, you can do anything. Except for come back over here when but you can do anything. Because I'm sure if somebody had made that G call and said, I got 5 mil, I need that airspace open, they would have opened that airspace. Maybe nobody, made the G call. I don't know. Either way, they just went around it, got on a boat, and came back with, all types of whatever the hell they brought back. But mind you, that's another thing. And if y'all looking it up and y'all can see it, the fact that, I'm glad they had a good time. But there's a certain group of people that got locked up out of this piece. All of them came back diseased. The majority of them. We ain't gonna say all of them because all of them wasn't probably involved, but and mind you, they didn't care. They got online, like, what I'm saying, Like, I would be totally embarrassed. Meanwhile, no, let's all just, show our battle wounds from whatever it was that was going on around there. Mind you, some young dude had got online from the beginning and told on everybody. This is what they got going on around here. But mind you, this is some of where, the money is, a lot of the money is, but meanwhile, everybody is now in this. But I already told you that don't matter either. That don't matter either, because people will tell you this is what they got, this is how they got it, and you have the right or the choice. It's somebody that's saying that right now to this day, like I said, and I love the person, I love their artistry, everything else. Hey son, love you. I love their artistry, but they already said what they said. But guess what? This bitch is still lining up to knock this nigga down. They don't care. It's YOLO. Well, even if it's YOLO, I want to use this YOLO as long as I can. You only get one life. I want to use it till I'm 9,863,000 years old. Like, I want to just keep, being around here, seeing it. Mind you, I want to be as youthful and as beautiful as I possibly can in the process. But I don't want to have to, kill, steal, destroy nobody for it. I want it to be on my own merit. I want it to be on my own, everything. I just told him about you saying that too. So, these are the things that we have to be mindful about. The system wants everything to be, they get paid for this. Because like he said, throw that ad in. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the ad, but that's what he said, throw the ad in. Because, the system got to pay. You got to pay to play around here. And I don't even mind the ads and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, don't try to force me. Like, if I'm already doing one thing and then now you're trying to force me to pay you for the ad, but mind you, I'm already doing the thing. Like, how many times you going to try to monetize without allowing me to make anything off of it? That's another thing. Like, everybody wants to monetize you. They're using your time, your energy, this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, I told you, they all come from humble beginnings. Even when they did the apps and things of this nature, they couldn't get nobody on the app, but then all of a sudden the app went crazy. The money all of a sudden, was booming, and then they figured out ways to mess with the very people that helped them get to the length or the extent of where they are. It happens every time. And that's why I said to everybody, when you get what you really, when God gives you, the mother load of what you've been asking for, right? Are you still going to be a good person? Or are you going to try to figure out how to put your neck on the very people that helped you get to that location? Because literally we're seeing it on the majority of apps that, are getting, exposed right now. That's what they did. They love the people so much. This is why they, paid like they weigh. But now they're being exposed for taking advantage of the very people that put them in position. What are we going to do about that? But mind you, it's not even what we can do about it, because technically, I don't care who builds an app. I don't care who does, the thing. It starts off the very same. It starts off as, we are trying to get people to the app. Once we get the people and now it's booming, we're going to do some weird shit to now adjust the algorithm, because it's the way they do it every time. So what happens then? How are we going to figure it out that at some point in time, we just have to let it be authentically what it is, how it is built, and to keep our hands out of it? Who's going to do that? Because those are the people that I would like to see all of us collectively get together and put in position. Somebody that's going to keep their hands out of it. So how about the next app that gets built, they put in their own, like, police themselves. Put it in your app that I'm not going to change, the stipulations and the payout for the people that, actually come and help me. Like, do something like that to where it is that the people now understand that, they're not just going to be taken advantage of. But also, we just not going to, because you will have a celebrity or because you are, or anything. Like, it has to be based off of whatever you're doing, however you get here. Somebody make an app like that. And let's see, like, I I'm curious to see how the system actually, like how a lot of people would fare in a system that is untainted and untouched. It is pure, it's authentic, it is not corrupted by the monetary system. I want to see that. And so, God, I want to live, into those phases. Because not for nothing, the world is a beautiful place. Mother Nature is alive. I would like to talk to her more. But the fact of the matter is a lot of us can't talk to Mother Nature that much because of the fact that they putting stuff outside. Like, I'm going outside and now my whole outfit is glowing. My skin is looking like something was on it. What is that? And is anybody else seeing that? Because I literally just saw that. Like, my whole everything looked like it was covered in some type of dust. But you can't see it unless you put the camera up, and then the camera's picking it up. But if I'm looking at you and you looking at me, you don't see that. But the camera's picking up whatever that is. So if you haven't seen it, take your phone and go outside and see if you can see whatever that is. But there's something that is out there. And why are we having to be doing that? It's not right. I'm at ease being myself. Those meant for me recognize the real. We have a resonance. We remember. We have a similar, something. I am not here to fit in. I'm here to be true. True to me, true to you, true to the system. There is still purity in the system. There is still innocence in the system. Even though they're trying their hardest to, exit out, awareness is a superpower. If you have it, hold on to it. If you don't, I hope you, do whatever it is you want to do, get it or don't. Because some people, ignorance is bliss. And they're not wrong. Because it's been so many times that I'll be over here like, God, because it's not fun. It's not fun being aware, just so y'all know. It's amazing, but it's not fun. It's amazing because I would never give it back. I would never want to, not be aware. But it's not fun because it's sad when you can see things that other people can't see. And it's like, people just blindly being okay with certain things. Because if there was more people that were aware, we wouldn't blindly be okay with certain things. So it has its membership has its privileges and not, okay? I'm here to be true. In a world that profits from imitation, I choose authenticity every time. And the fact that I chose authenticity is the biggest amount that I made on YouTube was $2,000 one time, right? And that was during the time when I was just doing, before they started, policing my channel and everything else. I just did crazy amounts of videos, and they just did numbers. But mind you, not the numbers that somebody else's platform would have done. So the amount of videos that I do and I have done, if you go look at my platform over on YouTube or anywhere else, you'll see how many videos that I put out, right? The amount of videos that I have compared to my the amount of subscribers and things of that nature don't match, because there are people with way less videos and way more subscribers. But them people do stuff that I'm not willing to do. So I got suppressed heavily. But now there's a thing. So my suppression, my mouth is causing, certain other things to happen. But I can't fully get online or anywhere else and not tell the truth, because again, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to me, and I would only be lying to myself. So it feels like a situation where I'm being punished for, being me, but that's all I got. Because I can't do it no other way. And eventually, gotta sort it out. Gotta make it happen. God's been making it happen the whole entire time. Right now, things are doing whatever else is doing. We'll figure it out. And whatever happens will happen the way it needs to happen. And I'm going to just know that that's the way God wanted it to be. That's it. That's all. There's nothing I can do about the system doing what it's doing, because I'm not going to get on here and lie to me. I can't do it. It's going to hurt me later. And so whatever happens, happens. So morning grounding, afternoon grounding, evening grounding, more grounding. Okay, so sometimes that's another thing. In order to deal with certain things, where there's, chaos, pressure, da 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 da. I know, right? I love you more. Because that's the thing. Sometimes it's the pressure also of even that. Like, y'all, it just be what it's going to be. So more grounding, more prayer, more being aware, and also seeing things clearly for what they are. So when your mind does one thing, also train it to kind of do something else. Like, since I'm thinking this, what else is on the other side of that? What am I not seeing? Or what could potentially need my attention, or, me to do a little bit different than, other than not being what I really truly am to myself, or you truly being what you are to yourself. So be mindful. Your authenticity is important. Your awareness is important. It's going to take you places that this system will never even fathom, because the system is designed to hold you pigeonholed. It wants us to be this, and our energy is this. So take it how it resonates. I love y'all and thank y'all for being here. And I'll see y'all a little bit later on. But otherwise, for those of you that are new, I go live 8:15 every morning and Monday through Friday. And I'll figure out my weekend schedule, because apparently I need to be online on the weekends as well. But, we'll figure it out and go from there. But I'm going to try to come back anyway later on, because I think I want to tell y'all something else, but we'll wait. So I love y'all and see y'all later.